Welcome everybody to What's the 411? This is the show that keeps you updated on today's and tomorrow's current events. So let's check out what's going on right now.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to What's the 411? And yes, indeed, Apple is launching limited edition Apple Watches to honor Black History Month. All right. So let's take a look, man. Let's see what's really going on here. All right. The first thing that kind of hits and jumps out at me is how often have they been doing this? Because I don't remember a time when they were doing this before in the past. It just looks like with all the things going on right now, they're trying to jump on it. I don't know if it's just for the honesty of the thing, the whole thing, or it's just to gather in Black folks so they can continue getting that black dollar. We don't know. Sometimes you got to question those intentions a lot of times and, see what it's really all about. I'm sure they have some Black employees there, and maybe they're getting side-eyed a little bit from them. Who knows, So you never know. So anyway, let's take a look and see what's up. All right. In the celebration, excuse me, in celebration of Black History Month, Apple is launching their Black Unity collection, which includes a limited time edition Apple Watch Series 6. All right. The company's collection is designed to celebrate and acknowledge Black history and Black culture. All right. And you guys see that's the watch right there. That's the design. And it's interesting because, the red, black, and green kind of related to Pan-Africanism. And you would think they would kind of look into, I don't know if they're asking Black employees or they have somebody designated to, talk to in regards to Black folks. And I don't know that person or persons that's designated, how much they're into Black culture or not. And you would think that, let's look on the side of, let's look at it like this. You would think or hope that they would kind of look at the whole of Black folks and see that there's not just Pan-Africanism, but there are also people who were descendants of slaves, and there were people who actually had relatives way back in the day before they were born that were actually already here on the American soil that were Black. All right, a lot of Black Indians. So there are a lot of people living today who are descendants of those Black Indians that were already here, not that somebody took them over and brought them to America. There was Black people already on the American soil, and you would think they would kind of look into that as well and create a watch based off of the colors of that. All right, which will most likely be the red, white, and blue in some type of form. Of course, I'm talking about foundational Black Americans, as well as you can also say Native Blacks or Native foundational Black Americans. But those who are already here and those who were captured and taken as prisoners and brought to the country, you would think Apple would kind of look into that as well. All right. So inspired by the call to action of both the historic and current movements, the Black Unity sport band has truth, power, solidarity laser engraved onto the interior of the stainless steel fastening pin. Let's go back and take a look at that right there. There you go. I see the truth, power, and solidarity. Okay. All right. The Black Unity collection pays homage to the rich tradition and craft of quilting in the Black community and celebrates the colors of the Pan-African flag, red for the blood that unites people of the African diaspora and was shed for their liberation. Black for the people whose existence is affirmed by the flag, and green for the vibrant natural wealth of Africa, the motherland. The company's website states. All right, there's another look of the watch. All righty, there you go. Limited edition Apple Watch Series 6 from the Black Unity Collection. The Black Unity Collection, all right? Now, I will hope they will push this all year and not just, that's another thing that just came to mind, that they will push this all year and not just for these 28 days, okay? The Black Unity Sport Band is made from individual pieces of colored fluoroelastomer, which are assembled by hand and compression molded into one. Apple has launched a slew of new products, including new apps, music, books, podcasts, maps, and guides, and more. On the podcast side, on Apple Podcasts, listeners can enjoy an expansive set of shows from powerful Black voices, including Michelle Obama, Joe Budden, I don't know if this is Phoebe or Phoebe Robinson, and Baratunde Thurston, to name a few. Now, I would hope that there are others that are not so known and they put as powerful Black voices in this piece here, but I hope they will have a whole bunch of people that they know of that's not as famous. Maybe some people that just started within the year doing podcasts that are Black, maybe, and hopefully they'll, put that in that expansive set of shows, as they put it, not just the popular known or the more known people in that list of podcast shows. All right. So that's on the podcast tip. And here's a little look on a phone, Seizing Freedom. I guess that's somebody's podcast. All right. On the app side, throughout February, app enthusiasts can visit the App Store Black History Month Hub and find a list of Black-owned businesses, developers, entertainment, gaming, and social justice apps. All right. And you see a picture here of such to get a look at it. Different looks. All right. Now let's talk about the music. Apple Music will launch a month-long experience across Apple Music, Apple Music Radio, and Apple Music TV that highlights some of the most remarkable musicians spanning jazz, blues, soul, gospel, R&B, pop, and hip hop. Before the thought goes away from me, and maybe they'll say something later, but right now, I don't see too much about on the economic side that they're planning on doing. They never mention anything on the economic side. It's kind of interesting. Not that they have to do it, not that anybody's begging, but it's just certain things you kind of pick up and notice what they're doing, what they're saying, and what they're not saying they're doing. All right, so that's something to keep in mind when you look at this stuff here. And when they, people want to show appreciation, but they show all types of appreciation without that dollar, but you're giving them your dollars. Notice that, right? So keep that in mind. So on the maps, created in collaboration with Eat Okra, a Black-owned business directory app based in Brooklyn, New York, Eat Okra works with local chefs to provide a food-themed directory of Black-owned restaurants in local communities. All right. TV app this month, or this month's theme of essential stories on the Apple TV app will spotlight the multi-dimensionality of the Black family and its representation on screen. Viewers can dive into the essential stories that honor Black families. Collection with curated sets of films and TV shows that explore motherhood, fatherhood, iconic TV families, queer chosen families, and more. Interesting. I'm just going to keep it at that. News. Apple News readers can explore curated top groups that will highlight the best journalism around race in America. Now, just looking at that real quick, that makes me think they're going to pick, which again, I mean, they can do what they want, but it depends on, who they're choosing to explore and, put out there to highlight. And it might not be somebody that's good for the Black collective, so to speak. All right. Separately, a special Apple News Spotlight collection will feature audio articles that celebrate the Black experience. So we got audio articles. That's something to think about. I don't think anybody has really tapped into that. Audio articles. All right. Something to think about, ladies and gents. All right. All right. For books, a broad new collection on Apple Books will highlight great books and audiobooks by Black authors across a variety of genres, including literary fiction, history, memoirs, and books for young readers. All right. So that is it, man, for Apple. On the surface, it's nice that they're doing that. But again, like I said, you just gotta not necessarily say you gotta be careful, or you just wonder, what the real intentions are. And like I said, in this piece, nothing was mentioned of any economic empowerment for foundational Black Americans. Let's put it that way. Let's keep it real and keep it blunt. All right. They're not speaking of economic empowerment, but they want to do a lot of symbolic things. Oh, showcase their podcast, showcase their books, showcase some audio. And, it's just for, kind of like just for a couple of weeks here, just for 28 days. They need to push this all year and every year, not just for the 28 days. But if they want to make a highlight piece of it on the Black History Month, that's cool. All right. So, yeah, it's cool. But, again, seems more on the symbolic side. You know what I mean? It seems much more symbolic. Well, anyway, man, that is it, ladies and gents. That is definitely it. And there you have it, ladies and gents. Apple launches limited edition watches and doing some other things on as well to honor Black History Month. All right. This is What's the 411, and we out of here. See you in a little bit. Peace.
Welcome everybody to What's the 411. This is the show that keeps you updated on today's and tomorrow's current events. So let's check out what's going on right now.